Okay, I don't really know what to do for this, but I've seen people that are like, oh my god, do you have a YouTube channel? So I'm assuming you guys want me to. Yay. This is gonna be very awkward, but I'm just gonna generally give you points on like how to build because people are like, oh my god, how do you build like that? So, yeah. The first point I'm going to make is where do I get like my inspiration from? I usually just like choose a few colors. Like this one is mostly pink, some yellows, and then random other stuff. Matcha green, orange, brown. You get the point. So I just choose a few colors. Sometimes I get some accent colors, and that really just helps me like organize what I want to do, organize my thoughts, and just let things flow, and get into the room and do this stuff. And because you definitely like don't want to use the same color everything, else it's just gonna look like you just like splattered paint everywhere, and probably didn't. I hope you didn't. So that's like the first inspiration. Another inspiration I take a lot is going to other parties. So like on this party list, I like to go and just have fun at parties. I sometimes I just chill there, hang out with people, but I also like to look around, and if I see things I like, sometimes I'll screenshot it, or I'll just be like, mental note, I really like that. So I'll try to implement it into my rooms, and some might call it stealing. I call it inspiration. I don't know. Another very important thing is like three things: rugs, lights, and plants. You may be like, what the heck? Well, I'm going to tell you. So, rugs, like, I don't really know, just to hide the bare floor and make it feel more homey. They're just nice. And then the lights, see, there's the light there. The lights just kind of like you can color them and it gives like an atmosphere to the room. Like I can change this, and I think the bulb color is this one. Yeah, and like I can change it to be like red, and then this room will kind of look red. You see how it changes? And it just kind of gives like the atmosphere to that. And that's really nice because it just vibes. I don't know. They also can be like kind of like a centerpiece, like like chandeliers, like hanging lights. Not I used to, I like to use hanging lights a lot. Um, Hanging lights, chandeliers, whatever you call them, and because they just tie everything together, instead of just a boring spotlight, like these little dinky things. I don't really know. They're just something different to look at and be like, wow, that's nice. Uh, Third thing, plants. They give life to the space that you put them in. I've got so many plants everywhere. You can just be like, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Uh, like in real life, you gotta have plants in your house if you want a bunch of oxygen in there for some reason. I don't really know where I was going with that, but they're pleasing and they give life to the space. They provide a lot of colors and shapes. Like, look at these shapes. Those are some funky shapes. They look nice. They can be used very creatively. Little details actually really matter. I like to use like little like shelves to like put things on, or I like to use rugs. You'll probably see it like in here. I used a rug, you know, on the wall. I like to use the leaf ones because they just are too good for the floor. I don't know, good on the wall sometimes. I also like to use little images. So, image kind of matches the color scheme around there, and it's pleasing. I like to do this one thing where I get like a book stack. You'll see it right here. I get a stack of books and then I put an apple on top. And I don't know where I saw it at some party a long time ago. I was like, I'm going to do that now. So I did, and it's something simple to add personality and make a room feel special. Uh, People ask like, where do I get these items? I mean, you can just get them from this insert button here. It has everything you need. You can just click on something and be like, wow, well, look at all that stuff. But like, people don't know what to get because they're just like, not gonna lie, they're kind of basic because they don't know what to do. A thing I would recommend is just looking around at what your options are to get familiar. In this decorations tab, this is the biggest tab, I'm pretty sure. There's so many like tabs inside of it and folders and stuff. You gotta look through all this stuff to know what you can do. And then when you start like making a room, like, oh, I remember this. And then you insert it and you make it work. So, yippee. Just get familiar with them. Uh, People are like, where did you get the images? Uh, well, there's this thing called the signs and then the image signs. I don't think that's what they're asking for though. They're asking, oh, how do you get like the actual pictures? And for that, I'm gonna actually have to. Oh, how am I gonna show that crap? Just a second. I will show that at some point. But you basically go into like Roblox and then in your inventory, scroll down to decals, and then you can click the get more button, and then you kind of just search. It's best if you do this on desktop or on a different device. You search for whatever you want, so you can do like insert color here, aesthetic, so like purple aesthetic, pink, whatever. And like this image here, I looked up pink aesthetic, and it just showed up a bunch of things, and then I found that one I really liked, so I clicked on it. And then there's a link up top, and there's a few like there's like a bunch of numbers all together. Kind of, it's like kind of the length of like a phone number or a student ID number, if you know what I mean. And you like copy that, and then you paste it into here, and then you hit add, and it'll just give you these images. And then you just use them for that, and you can change the size. And if it's like not the same size as the actual canvas, you can shorten it down, or like this, you can make it the color of the wall. It sticks out a little, but it masks it pretty well because sometimes the images are clear. Um, yeah. And another thing, I do not do commissions. I had to put 2 signs up because y'all don't know how to read. Please read. But I don't do commissions. People are like, oh my God, can you do my kitchen? Can you do my house? They don't leave me alone. But I don't do your house. That's for you to do. That's the point of the game. And you can just do it yourself. Take my advice, copy it. I don't care. Probably don't do that later on in life, though. It could get you in trouble. But just, I used to suck at building. And look at me now. Yeah. Believe in yourself. Let's go. And that is all. Uh, I don't know. Have fun. Yeah.